right. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Welcome to this episode of We Are Always Eating. And let me tell you something. If you've ever stood at a kibanda somewhere with your 100 bob, right? Hapo base ya chapo smoky. Sindio? Najua hiyo base ya chapo smoky. But now, imagine chapo smoky imeenda group of schools. Imeenda Harvard. We are
Imepanda
sorry.
ndege
Imepanda, exactly. Imagine that. And on this episode of We Are Always Eating, we have Mr. Kabuda, who is the CEO, founder of Kabudas Kitchen. Thank you so much for coming. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Erica and Dan and the team.
Hey, ndugu yangu hapa.
Awamjui ka Dan.
Oh, sorry.
How do people know you on this MK?
Sorry for that.
No worries.
Lazima hiki tu by the watu waende home. Karibu sana Kabuda.
Yeah, so thank you so much, team, for this opportunity they have given us. I do not take it for granted. And obviously, first and foremost, I thank God because God has been grateful and gracious to Kabudas Kitchen. And he's taken us every step of the way. As I was sharing with the team before, by his grace and mercy, we are doing now 7 years.
Hello.
Yes, so Kabudas Kitchen is 7 years. This is, in fact, last month was our birthday, 7 years of Kabudas Kitchen.
Last month.
Beautiful.
Yeah, last
Happy
month, July.
birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
That's a whole child. That's a grown child.
You know, it's also 1.5 presidential terms. So more than one term.
Yes.
Get it? No?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But
Thank
we
you.
can't say more
Very
than
few.
one term. Yeah, we can't shout more than one term before
Yeah.
we're cancelled.
This is the
Yeah.
this is the only thing we can support for more than one
Yes,
term.
more than one term.
Yeah. Yeah. So in a nutshell, that's Kabudas Kitchen for you. Kabudas Kitchen, what I usually say we do as Kabudas Kitchen, we sell to you creativity, boldness, and uniqueness. Yes, so for us, it's not just about the smochas, the spinners, but we go deeper. We sell to you creativity, boldness, and uniqueness. And as our current tagline is, we've had a previous tagline, but the current tagline we are using right now is think bold, act creative, just be you. So that's the current tagline for Kabudas Kitchen.
Utajuaje? How would you know? How will you know?
7 years si bahati ba.
It's not bad, by the way.
Unajua nilikuwa hapo his first location. I went to his first location when I was working in town. Almost 7 years ago now. This very tight, small space, Koja stage, dirisha hakuna, like the old buildings in Koja.
Oh, wow.
Now climbing through a small gap in the stairs, and this very, like, I think the first kitchen was smaller than this.
Yeah.
It was tight
Wow.
in there, but the things that he was producing, my goodness,
Wow.
yeah, fantastic.
Lovely.
So from there hadi sasa ni mtu wa Rose Avenue Kilimani.
Kilimani.
Oh, sorry.
From Koja to Kilimani.
Hey,
That is a testimony and a half.
umetoka kwa
That is
blog
God.
ndugu yangu.
Mazeni God.
Literally.
Eh,
So
Mazeni God.
so from Koja you went to, I think, how many locations have you been moving?
We started at Koja as
Manyeli?
Mangeli has said. Yeah, we were in Koja. Then from Koja, we went to Ngong Road near Prestige. Right now, we are in Kilimani, Rose Avenue. So that's the current
Where
location.
exactly ndio watu wakuja kutafuta?
Aya, mkitaka kutafuta, ukifika hapo Kilimani, Rose Avenue, kuna Carrefour penye iko Rose Avenue Shopping Center. Directly opposite is a car wash. And then directly opposite the car wash is the grey house. Mtaona tu signage hapo nje, Kabudas Kitchen ama Maina Salon. Ukiingia hapo ndani, ulizia tu Kabudas, tuko hapo ndani. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
boldness and uniqueness. Hiyo inaingiaje na smocha?
Inaingiaje na smocha? Maybe I will take us back again and share the story of Kabuda himself before Kabudas Kitchen. And Kabuda is not my official name, but it's the name of the brand. And it's a trademark name, by the way. So mtu yote ajipata akitumia jina Kabuda. It's a trademark. It's a trademark. It's a trademark. So ini jina, it's an official trademark of Kabudas Kitchen Limited. Yes. So my official name is Patrick Mwangangi. I love Christ as my, he's been everything for me personally. for my life, and maybe I take us back to how this whole cooking journey began.
Sure.
So
For those who don't know.
Yeah,
yes.
for those who don't know.
So before Kabudas Kitchen, I was employed. I was working for a bank, big institution. In 2014, by the way, the name Kabuda, when people see a Kabuda, they think Kabuda is a big guy. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, I was big, very big. I'll share with you the before
Pictures.
photos. I'll have to share the before photos. So Kabuda, I was very, very big. I've been a huge guy all my life.
Oh, wow.
And in before even 2014, when I was working in the bank, I used to cook for guys. That ile tu kidogo kidogo nawapelekea. Then guys were used to tell me, Kabuda, unajua hiyo pishi yako iko poa nini, si unafaa kufikiria siku moja utuuzie, things like that. But then for me, I was like, nah, me, I'm just doing it for fun. So I was very, very huge. So very. Because like right now, if I was to share with you guys,
No support. Like it's not a lie.
like right now, I'm actually I think I'm waist 28, 29.
Hello.
I was waist karibu 38, 40, thereabout.
Checking na mimi ni 32. So 38, 40.
Oh.
What is the surprise in the for real? Just because I wear sweatpants a lot doesn't mean I'm not a 32, guys.
We're not disputing. We're not disputing.
No, wewe
this size.
unakaka unanitrust lakini wengine.
Wengine in the room.
But it's okay, yes. So ulikuwa 38, 40.
Yeah, because my weight actually back then was around 80. And you see, I'm not a tall guy. I'm quite, I'm a good size of a guy. If I will say so, I'm a good size, but I'm not that tall. Yeah, so.
Hello, we are
I'm not tall, but I'm a good size.
Lazima tujitetee.
Lazima.
Yeah. I don't count myself. I'm a good size.
Hey.
Yeah. So in 2014, when I was in the bank, by the way, in 2014, when I was in the bank, I actually did 9 years in the bank, the whole journey. Yeah, it's 9 years in the bank. So in 2014, I remember that day very well. I was at my desk, just doing my usual work, just as every day. But then in the morning, when I arrived at work, I was feeling some chest pains. So I did not understand what was all that. But as men, we neglect some of these things. Yes, kitu ndogo itaisha.
Hiyo ni baridi tu ya asubuhi.
Hiyo tu
Kama
hapana.
hiyo uchungu aje. Hiyo uchungu unafaa.
Mwanaume haufai.
Kusikia uchungu bwana.
Yeah. So I'm there, but that was in the morning around 7. So by 9 a.m. the pain was very, very severe. And then the pain was like kind of unique. I've never felt that pain. I felt as if something was throbbing my chest hard. So being pressed. So I was wondering, what kind of pain is this? So I told my colleagues, me, I'm not feeling well. So 2 of my colleagues, one of them actually volunteered her car, and then I was rushed to hospital. I was taken first to Mpisha. So when I reached there, when the guys saw me when I went to triage, and then they saw me, and then they were like, "Hey, what is your condition?" I'm telling them I'm having chest pains. I was immediately rushed to triage. Did the first scan, then they said, no, this is not good. So I was taken to now an ECG machine to do all the tests. Then when I was there in the bed, Nini, they told me, you're actually having a heart attack. Yeah. So you have to go for surgery immediately because there was no waiting. And I was a young guy back then. I think I was 24, 26 years old. I was a young guy. Yeah. So they told me, you're having a heart attack, bro, and you have to go for the surgery.
Nigga, that's what the doctor said. You're having a heart attack, bro.
In this day and age, you would have told me that.
Yeah.
In 2014, there was no bro.
No, bro.
You're having a heart attack,
Bro.
Bro, you've been having a heart attack.
Clock it.
So you went into surgery?
So I was actually taken I was rushed from Mpisha to Aga Khan. I was put in an ambulance. And that's why sometimes, when you see an ambulance, you never picture a case where maybe you might be the one there. And that's why I always put God first in everything, because sometimes it might be, but God gives us grace that we are all healthy. So I was put in the ambulance, taken to MP Nini Aga Khan. So when I went to Aga Khan, I remember by then my mom and my uncle were already called. So they had come. So we went with them with the ambulance. So went to the room. It was a room. I was the only person with so many people. And then the beauty is with technology. They did it here in the arm. So if you can see this mark here.
Yeah.
Yenye imekatwa hapa. So they put the cut and then they put the tube. So the tube is supposed to remove the clot. So actually you are very conscious the whole process. Yeah, you are very conscious the whole process.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Afande, calm down, please.
I didn't do biology in high school.
Yeah.
So they put a tube here
Yeah.
in your wrist to fix something that was going on over here.
Your chest.
So they ran the thing all the way hadi hapa.
Yeah. You see, in biology, okay, the doctors can correct me if I'm wrong, but there are ventricles, articles, and I think there are two of them, which take blood, I think, to the heart or from the heart. Those the biology. Those is also biology. Mingi. So you see, when I went there, even that day, it was just funny because you see, you only have two options.
Yeah.
You have one in the artery, in the hand, and another one in the groin.
In the groin, like
In the groin.
like you in your gentleman's vegetables.
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, the first thing when I went there, they told me which one, where do you want us to get in through?
Maneno ni mbili.
Maneno ni mbili. Vitu ni mbili.
Like, take my hand. Just take it. Take all of it.
We are not experimenting with some things. But you see, they told me, we have to be ready. In case this one fails, we might revert to the other one.
Whoa.
They told me, if this one fails, we might revert to the other one. So, bro.
Karada.
Karada. Damn.
Yeah, so they actually put the tube, and it's a big one, and you're actually conscious. So I was seeing the screens, so you can see the screens, but it reached a point where I just closed my eyes because I can't take none of this. The procedure for the heart attack, by the grace of God, I got a second chance, and I think the eye opener for me, where I discovered that this actually was a godsend, is when I was when I was in ICU. I remember there was an old guy who was in the next bed with me. And then he started making some noises. And then when he was making some noises, I was like, what's the problem? So nurses came in, put the curtain, everything, and then he went silent. Then when I was there, I just saw some kind of a trolley being brought in. I didn't understand what it was. But later I realized that the guy had passed on. Yes, so that trolley they put in here. It's where when some person passes on. That's when I was asking God a lot of questions because I was wondering, are we marking a register here? Because I'm just next. Yeah, I'm just next to him. So I'm wondering, are we marking this register and how is it going?
Oh God.
So that's when God actually told me, no, Kabuda, I have given you this chance because I've given you this calling, this passion. I know you've had this passion for long, but it's my calling. And you need to serve the human race through the food and everything you're going to do. So from there is when I now, after the whole recovery, took 1 month off. Then after that, I had to ask God again, how do I start this thing? So I started when I was still in the bank. So I started taking to colleagues at work. Kidogo tu. I used to do more pilau on a Sunday. So I used to cook on Sunday. So I cook pilau on Sunday. I take to them. I put it in the fridge. Then they eat for lunch. Then I did a lot of burgers also back then. So did burgers also. Took to them, put in the fridge. So that's how now I started that whole journey of Nini.
What number of people are we talking here in terms of your customers in the bank? Yeah.
In the bank, it started small because they are mostly friends, but it reached a point where you are serving even up to like close to 30 plus people in a day, on a Sunday, because now the word spread. So you found out that now we were doing even other departments. And funny thing, even HR was our department.
Oh, wow.
Some HR.
That's dope.
Yeah. So did it. So I was not sure if I will ever start the whole thing. But I knew by the grace of God that one day I will resign. So I usually had a resignation letter on my desktop.
Just waiting.
So it didn't have a date.
Yeah.
And
utajaza tu hapo baadaye ukiwa tayari uneka tu.
that one was there for years. By the way, that one was there for so many years, and I think that's why God was preparing me. And you see, when I was taking to them, fitina ikakuja, jealousy. So the management told me, oh, Kabuda, now this one is starting to interfere with your work. I'm like, I do it on Sunday, you do it on Monday. Mchele.
Surely,
Nani mchele iko
honestly.
packed? How? Na mimi kazi na deliver. Cause mimi kazi mi nda deliver. Nikikalia chini kazi I deliver. So after hiyo fitina mi nikaona I won't fight with them because anyway I was still employed. Yeah, so after that I stopped that phase of taking to colleagues. Then I started YouTube. Back then is when I started YouTube. That was kitambo huko sana, maybe 2016 or thereabout. So started YouTube, Chef Kabuda YouTube page. Started just doing some videos here and there.
Of food.
Yeah, of food stories. So the first video I did was that story of the heart attack. Started doing videos about food, about my food journey, kidogo too. So it kept me busy and still on course towards the goal, which was definitely to start something. So in 2018, that is the year when now everything now shifted, because what happened in 2018, the same God who came to me when I was in the ward came to me again and told me, Kabuda, time imefika. So what I did or what happened is I had accumulated so many leave days. So I was being now even forced to take leave. So when I was being forced, I had that voice telling me that Kabuda, time imefika, because it reached a point where I was going to work and literally I was not at work. So my body is the one that was at work, but I was not. Everything had gone away from that place.
Identify na hiyo story sana.
Sana.
So you go to work, but then you are like, I'm just there because I'm just there. But now I have no zeal. I have nothing left in me. Like I am done. So, and then I was being so much, napewa pressure ingine, yeah, it makes sense huko. So when I was being forced to take the leave, so I took the leave. Then God told me this is the time. So what I did is I had been looking for a place in town. So the first place that we got was at Koja. Yeah, it was a place, a good place. I won't lie to you, but it is where we started. It was a good place. So
Ilikuwa na ukuta na ceiling.
It
Unaweza fanya
was a
kazi.
place.
Kazi inaweza fanyika.
literally didn't have windows.
Haikuwa na dirisha.
Na mko hapo ni machapo,
Ni machapo.
ni smoke.
Yeah, it was. So I went, set up the place, pimped it up because it was really worn down. So I made it to be at least workable. Then now, during that 1 month leave, I started Kabudas Kitchen now there, that physical location. So when I came back to work that day, so see, unafaa kukuja, then I was being changed departments because of a lot of those internal wrangles, the work. So when I went to the new department, so immediately I was at my desk. I had set up my desk. Nini, the first thing I only did one thing that day. So I told my friend anaitwa Isma na Neema, mkiwaiona hizi nyinyi ni watu wangu wa nguvu, Pretty, mbogi yangu yote huko mnajijua Jaka nani, mbogi yangu yote mnajua. So asanteni. Those are my guys.
Shout out to you.
Those are my guys. Unakumbuka vile tulikuwa tunaenda kula mapiza back then? Tulikuwa tunaenda kwa kukula mapiza Domino's. Back then when you were bachelors, all of us. Back then we were all bachelors. So the best thing you could do is just eat as much as you can. Yeah, so when I just printed, I told Isma, just print for me this. So he was in shock, obviously, very in shock. So I printed it out, signed it, took it to the manager. Manager told me, just go to HR immediately. Going to HR, told them, nah, you guys, I'm not going to be employed. Me, I'm going to do this thing. So I left. And
That same day?
Yeah, I did not even sit at my desk. I did not even clear. I just finished the nini process and I left. So I just left after that 1 month. Kabudas ikaanza.
Wow, and now we have the famous Kabudas Kitchen. What
Yes.
a beautiful story
Yeah.
that has so much depth. I feel like this is a story that has so much depth and encourages a lot of people.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So yeah, continue doing what you're doing. We love to see it. Let me ask you a question. What's your earliest memory of eating a smocha? What was your first encounter with a smocha?
I think for me, I would say it's the Rolex.
The Rolex. You started Rolex ndio ilikubamba more.
Rolex was initially, because even how our menu has evolved. Yeah, so when we began the first location, initially I didn't even know what we were going to do. I just knew we are going to bring professionalism in whatever we are going to do. So we won't do mediocre things. We are going to do excellent things, which are at par with world-class brands. So we are not just going to be down there. We are going to be with the big boys in the world. Yeah. So when we started with China chapo, so tea and chapati. So the model was around deliveries. So you take, so we had ladies who were doing deliveries in offices hapo Koja. And then we used to, when I serve your chai customers, we serve the tea in their offices. So we brought some bougie kind of thing in all these nini, because now kawaida people used wamezoea zile vikombe za chuma plastics, unajua hizo, and then zinaoshwa ujue hata zinaoshwaje. So si tunakuzia na kikombe ya Java. In fact walikuwa wanasema hii ndio Java ya downtown, because you are the first guys to introduce the disposable cups.
Your go-to cups.
So we introduced that there because before us there was never that in that area of Koja. Yeah, so we brought that.
Hello.
So we started with China chapo. So when we started with China chapo, that was the first thing we did. So among some of my first employees, which we were working with, one of them suggested, why don't you try chapo and mayai? Okay, he was Ugandan, and chapo and mayai is
Rolex, we
Uganda.
know. Yeah.
And Rolex is the main street food in Uganda. Big time in Uganda. So he suggested that. So the first Rolex we ever did, or my encounter with smocha Rolex, was that, because even smochas are kind of new, but I'll still share how we came about even tujipate kwa smocha. So when we started with the chapo and mayai, the Rolex, our first customers were still the bank, so I used to deliver there a lot. Yeah, so I used to deliver there a lot. So they really supported me, guys there, man. Asanteni sana, big shout out. Nyinyi ndio mlitushikilia tukianza, so tukiendelea, still part of the story. Yeah, so one of my customers there, because we used to do chapo mayai and chapos, so we used to deliver chapo mayai, chapos. So one of my customer there, he was my desk, in fact. So she suggested, you see, you just do chapo and mayai. For me today, why don't you do for me chapo with a mayai omelette, a Spanish omelette, nyanya, kitunguu, hoho, and the likes. So I was like, okay, good idea. But then because we do more of chapo and mayai, how are we going to distinguish us from the rest? So we had a sticker which we put, and then I was like, anaitwa Bobo. So let's just write Bobo.
Wow. Hi. Thank you, Bobo. Thank you. Thank you very
Lots
much.
of love, Bobo. So that's even the story behind how our names have evolved. So Bobo was the first one and the first Rolex we've ever did. Even if you go to Koja, any of our previous customers, they just say Bobo, 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 Bobo. And back then, so we used to sell Bobo at 100 shillings. Chapo, mayai, na iko na omelette. Nyanya, kitunguu, hoho. 100 with the same packaging. Everything has been consistent with Kabudas. We've never ever let down our guards. The same recipe we've done for chapos, the same everything was the same. So Bobo now became a favorite in there for the bank. So after Bobo became a favorite, another client in the bank suggested one day, for me, why don't you do this? Why don't you add kachumbari and avocado? So I'm like, hey, okay, that's a good one. We've never done it. So I add for him. So what's his name? He's called Franco.
Oh, wow.
So because now you see we are just labeling names of people, we didn't know that God was actually knew that these are names of the products, that how our products will evolve. So Franco was the next Rolex in the menu. Now, when we joined Uber, as we were continuing, It was in fact my cousin suggested to me that Uber Eats have just come. Why don't you give them a shout and you try? Because I had told him that I'm doing delivery. So I was like, it was so I told so I approached Uber Eats, sent them a message. Then a representative came in for Uber Eats. They actually came to the location.
Walikuja?
Yes.
My lord.
Uber Eats walikuja back then. Back then walikuja. God really has graced this organization in ways that I couldn't imagine. The people I've met since I left the bank, CEOs and everything, are people I couldn't have imagined I would ever meet if I will still be working there at the bank. And the lives we've been able to impact, just sharing our vibe, our food, has really been so impactful. So when the representative came in, they sampled. And you see, we didn't have the sauces or anything. It was just plain chapo and omelette. So when she sampled, she was like, these things you need to bring to our office. The guys in our office have to sample these things. So I told them, I asked her when. So I went to the office. Actually interacted with the Uber CEO back then.
Wow.
Yes. The moment the Uber guys tasted that thing, they were like, we need to put you on this platform right now. We were actually put on that platform. Like, I was there. They just took photos that they were eating and then they put us on the Uber platform. So even when guys see that we have a high rating on Uber, we've been on Uber Eats from 2018. So we've been there for a while.
That's a minute and a half.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yes. So when we were doing that, the manager now asked me, for a client on Uber Eats, is there a way you can add maybe some sausage to them? Because you see, Uber Eats is kind of premium clients.
Yes.
So is there a way you can add maybe a bit of sausage with some kachumbari? And then I was like, oh yeah, we can do it. And then because I had given her the genesis of the names, she said, name it after me. Yeah. So that's how Jano came about. And that's how Jano's Rolex came about. And Jano is actually the biggest seller on Uber Eats.
Wow.
Yeah, so Jano's Rolex came about like that. So others have been evolved, but let me try and take us to the next one after Jano. So after Jano, there was a customer in Koja who really loved a lot of Janos. But then one day, I go and visit her just as you're doing your normal client visit. Then I asked her, how is the food? She's like, yeah, the food is good. Everything is good. But for mine, I don't like the kachumbari in the whole thing. So I asked her then, for you, how would we make this to be something you love to have every so often? She told me, for me, what I would like, remove the kachumbari completely. And because you put one sausage inside, put for me 2 sausages inside. So that it's now chapo, omelette, and 2 sausages.
And all of these are without sauce so far?
So far, no sauces.
Okay.
No sauces. So after that, she was like, how do we name it? Because now it's a new product. She was called Tracy, and that's how Tracy has found herself in the
The
menu.
menu.
Big up Tracy, by the way. Tracy is still a very
Shout
good.
out to you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
We like the double sausages and the double yes, thank you. Thank you.
Because like guys come to there was a joke I saw on TikTok, like nikikuja kwako nasema nataka kukula Tracy. Like
Oh.
so
I'm a bobo.
I'm a bobo. Mi nataka bobo. Yeah, anyway, on a lighter note. So that's how we ended up crafting the nini. So for the sauces, how we got the sauces into the menu.
John girl, personally, the sauces are here, as you can see.
sauces.
Yes, they're available for sale.
This is chili ketchup, and this is some ketchup. So how did the sauces come to be?
The sauces were actually, we got that feedback way back, and Mangeli was one of the people when he visited us actually suggested that when he had the first bite of the Rolex smocha, I think that then we were still doing jano, so he had the jano, chapo, mayai, and kachumbari and avocado. He was like, this thing needs some sauce. So in the initial phases, that's customer feedback. You take it, but you don't know what to do. Then over the duration of being on Uber Eats and everything, we started getting that feedback. Guys are like, especially Uber Eats, they were like, add extra ketchup, extra ketchup. I'm like, extra ketchup. I'm like, we don't have ketchup. So, most of the time you're like, you don't have ketchup. But then I was like, which brand of ketchup can we really use? And because I knew Heinz is the best of the best, I was like, wow, Heinz is a little bit too pricey. Yeah, for now. I was like, why don't we now make our own ketchup and now infuse it to be Kenyan and Kenyan original blend with even more healthier, fresh spices. Then we started the sauces. So we just started as a pilot program, just to incorporate it in the Rolexes. So for each Rolex, we made the recipe obvious for the tomato. The chili came about even after, but for the tomato, once we had the recipe for the tomato, we started adding it to the Rolex. So for each of our Rolex, you'll get like a tablespoon of the tomato in it. Although we nowadays we give you extra even ketchup to go with it if you want extra ketchup.
Itabidi uongeze sauce hapo kando ni 300.
Ketchup zo sahii tunakupea hiyo ketchup extra.
Hii yako hii.
Hii. So Kabudas Kitchen vitu zetu zote tunajijengea
From scratch.
from scratch.
Ndio maana Erica anapenda shit yako.
Hey, I love everything made from.
Juu Erica umpatie ng'ombe tu she'll take it from there.
Yes. You'll get cheese, you'll get sauce, everything. Sorry, let's go.
So even for the sauce, we now started piloting it, putting it as an topping in the nini. So we were in Koja. Unfortunately, because of the price point we were charging, we couldn't put the extra sauce. Because every time we tried to increase the price, every time you find that customers drop off. So that's business.
Na siko baya ni Koja.
Koja.
Siko baya.
Siko baya watu wa Koja. Mimi nawapenda. Hata badi I'm always there. Every week I'm always there. So I love you guys here. Yeah. So when we started doing the sauce, sasa tukaanza tu kufanya hivyo. Now for the name, because also the sauce has a name. It's called Ephesons.
Hello.
Ephesons. Ephesons.
Mm.
This is how Ephesons came about. So one day we were doing a shoot like this one, but we were doing for Glovo. So we were the Glovo guys, doing a shoot to Kokoja. So when we were doing the shoot, a customer just comes in a random in the kitchen. I'm like, hey, customer, okay. So we serve him. Then he looks at the shoots. He's happy. So the guy comes in after we've done the shoot. He asks me, I ask him, how do you know us? Because he was a foreigner. I'm like, no, me, I'm from Pennsylvania. I can't forget. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I order a lot from Uber Eats from you guys. So he used to stay around River Road, in a hotel in River Road. So he was like, Mzungu. So he was
Pennsylvania? How?
so he was like, I order a lot on Uber Eats. So I was like, today why don't I visit the kitchen? Because I was around here. So when he came, he was so happy. He actually ordered Nini. So as we were talking, I said that, man, if there's something I love about your Rolexes, it's the sauce. I'm like, the sauce. So I had also given him a story about, I always like to share the story about how the menu has evolved.
Yeah.
So he was like, have you ever thought of selling the sauce? Like, not really. It's like, no, you should think about it. And then I was like, okay. When you think about it, name it after me. So I was like, what's your name? He told me Ephesons. I was like, what? Ephesons? I had to write that name down.
Yeah.
So when he wrote for me Ephesons, I was like, wow, that will be a very interesting name for the sauce.
So basically, everybody is scrambling, one, not only to have their name added to the menu, but also from what I'm hearing in terms of how your menu and your products have evolved, it is completely a crowd and supporter-based drive.
Definitely.
So do you feel like community kwa nyuma ya Kabudas is strong, ama kuna siku zingine unaamka unasema tulieni wacha mimi wapange kama head chef and leader wa hii kitu? Yeah, so which side do you lean on? Like obviously the community is what has brought you here.
Definitely.
And that's amazing and praise to Allah for that. But at the same time, do you feel like you should be given a bit more, like, do you also take the direction to do things as you and surprise people and drop new ideas? Yeah, which side do you lean on?
As you've said, definitely the community has been a big pillar for us. And what I've come to learn by the grace of God is every season we've had a community that has held us and has pushed us to a new level. But for me as Kabuda, I come in as the guy who moderates because there's so many feedback I get every day. Every day I interact with so much feedback, but not everything gets a place in the menu. Not every name gets there in the menu. But sometimes I try and ask God, and I see how this one is going to be incorporated into the bigger menu of the kitchen. Yeah. So there are instances where maybe I've had to regulate, especially when it comes to what should we do, because every single time guys are like, kama chapo zako zinaonja poa hivyo, si hata mchele ugali inaweza onja poa. I tell them, no my friend,
They brand.
we have a brand we are trying to build. So that's feedback I get literally all the time. Si utufanyie ugali, si utufanyie nini. I'm like, we are brand, we have what we stand for. If by any chance we were to go and start doing sijui mchele, because this is how it works for the food industry, maybe for anyone who does not know.
Wafungulie. Yes, open the back door.
For the food industry, I wouldn't, it's not an industry personally I would advise someone to venture into. I won't lie to you.
Kai.
Unless you have something, a passion that drives you so much,
Noted.
you
So
have
if
to
you're,
have
if you're
drive.
wishy-washy about it,
You don't
probably
do
don't get into it.
And if you're
Noted.
coming to the food industry for money, don't.
it. Noted.
You will close after 3 to 6 months. You are going to close. If you're coming to the industry for money, you will close.
Interesting fact about startup restaurants and how the painful experience of running a business in the food and beverage industry. In the US, approximately 60% of restaurants close within the first year of operation. So hiyo je inaenda tu kusupport chenye unasema about being passionate about this thing and not looking at the door. Juu personally, mi nilifanya biashara nilifanya the hesabu ya kuuza mayai boil on a cart on the side of the road, and the mathematics was mind-blowing. I got really excited. Nikaingia Makina Market, which is in Kibra. Nikanunua tray kama 5, and the business survived about 6 weeks before ikaanguka. So I can personally say that
Wewe my boilo. Noted. No questions. That's all.
Mina Charlene.
Yes. Hivi watu wa Desta, nyinyi watu wa Desta.
But you were saying about how like passion is a thing that has to be
Yeah, for the food industry, I don't get into it for money. At least if you have some passion, something that drives you apart from money. Because I won't lie to you, there are days when you will not have money to pay your salaries, to pay even your rent, and you still have to keep the business afloat. That's when something deeper has to come. And if you put God first in whatever it is you are doing, at least God will stand with you. So if you are doing it for the money, for the food industry, because margins for food are quite low. Even if you go to that smoky guy and you hear he's selling for you smoky at 60 bob, that guy might be making even like 10 bob. So a 10 bob, how many years will he work for him to say, yeah, this smoky business has actually built something for me? Because then for Kabudas Kitchen, when we were down there, it reached a point where I was like, even if we continue doing this model like this, for how long will we stay in this state? Because it reaches a point in business where you have to know, do you pivot the business or do you continue doing what you are doing? Because for us, where we had reached our peak, but then we were started going down, and we were going down fast. So I had to ask God, man, what do we do? God was like, this thing has to pivot, completely has to pivot. And
So what was a pivot for you?
for pivot for us, how it happened, it was during, I think, the 2022 Rema Fest. So we were doing an offsite, and we went
Offsite ni nini ndugu yangu? Kwani ni kwa
offsite.
kawaida?
Offsite tulienda actually kitchen yetu ilihama ikaenda huko.
Oh,
So we moved the whole kitchen.
naona watu wa kukula trace wako na maswali.
So we moved, we were working, and that is when God actually spoke to me. I talk about God a lot because I've actually experienced him firsthand speaking to me and telling me this is it. So when we went to the Rema Fest 2022, we were cooking from there. The whole kitchen was there. Our crew was there. In fact, we closed Koja completely because I was like, let's go and make money out of that thing because it was like a whole week. So take the whole thing there. Nini. Weh, shock on us. Okay, it was it was the longest 1 week I've ever had, but the one that really changed a lot for Kabudas Kitchen.
Okay, slow it down for me just for a second.
Yeah.
What in God's name is Rema Fest?
Gosh,
Rema Fest is a concert,
Christian.
a Christian concert. In
Festival,
fact,
like
it's
a whole week.
Yeah, it's a whole week. It's done by Roach.
So it's a good thing I asked what in God's name.
Yeah, you thought
It's
it was
good.
like Rema, Ozeba.
Yeah, so that's why the problem, the place where it like my mind was like, okay, you're wrong, is when you said 1 week. And I was like, Rema has never been here for a goddamn week.
You thought it's Rema the artist?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so this gospel beautiful experience is where you closed and then you went to.
So actually for me, I stayed there for the 5 days. In fact, I remember I showered only once at the stadium because I was just given keys and I was sleeping there. Personally, I had to pitch there.
Bag, everything.
Nothing.
Oh,
Plastic seat. 5 days, plastic seat.
you ni first. You have that was a
naelewa because when I went to Nyege in Uganda, kocha niko na hadithi.
Umenyamaza, you
Niko na hadithi like ina tie in vizuri. Yeah. When I went to Nyege in Uganda, there was this specific caterer that we would go to, and we were there for 5 days. And that caterer had a staff of about 4 people. They only had a 2-man tent, and they never left the site. So all of the food had to be delivered onto the site for the festival. And those 4 people were there for the full, before we've arrived. So maybe 1 day before and after we've left, a day after. So they're there for 6 days and in 2-man tent. So by the time we got to day 4, 5, there's a day I went for breakfast na ilikuwa biryani nini mchele. Na nikapata mse amekaa hapo tu amedoze. So I understand.
Because it was actually the seat and the table. We were just sleeping. Because then maybe people stopped coming at around maybe 12, 11. But then we were woken up by the morning watch prayers at around 4, 3. Then guys, you have to wake up because now people have started praying. So you have to wake up, start preparing the tea for the next day, like that. And then we usually had morning customers who will come after the prayer. They come, take the tea, and they continue with the day. Yeah. So it was a hectic week.
So the pivoting was going and catering offsite. That was the pivot for you.
Let me show you how it comes into play. So after we had, during that week, because the fear I had, I knew that Koja was not it. This is not Kabudas. We are made for more, if I would say. Kabudas is made for more, not Koja, not the client we are serving. Sorry, but not in a bad way. But we are made for more and better clients who are I just knew this is not it.
So you basically, so just to clean it up for Kabuda, because
Yeah.
the internet is a cruel and a terrible place.
Yeah.
He's saying a higher level of profit margin.
Yes.
That is what
Yes.
he's saying.
Profit
He's not
margin.
saying the type of people.
No.
Yes.
He wanted to pursue a higher profit margin with his product.
Yes.
Sasa mnaweza tulia. Proceed.
Yes. So I knew they will reach a point where we'll need to move to another place. But I always had that fear that will people love this product? So when at the Rema Fest, one thing, and I think that's when God really spoke to me the most, is we had regular customers who will come there on a daily basis, be it tea, be it the Rolex, because then we didn't have at smocha and all. So they will come for that daily. And then my guys have gone to sell tea. They are saying that everyone is just saying chai ya Kabudas, chai ya Kabudas, chai ya Kabudas. Then God told me, Kabuda, it's not where you are that is anointed. It's the products that I've given you. Irrespective of where you are, Kabuda, your products are anointed by me and they will sell irrespective. So when I got that eye opener, I got the courage after that. Now, when we went back, The team I had,
Mhm.
I had been telling them they drive sales. They were not driving sales. And this one is for business people. Sometimes you have to make the tough call and you have to fire people. Yeah, it's not in a bad way, but
Business.
it's business. We are not bad people as business people.
Saa zingine inabidi watu waende ushago.
Because not in a bad way, but because you have two options.
Yeah.
It's either they go or you go.
And you're not going
And
anywhere.
you can't go unless the moment you decide mimi nimechoka na hii biashara, then you go. But mimi I knew we've not even done anything for Kabudas. So after that Rema Fest that month, I just fired everyone. Literally. Yeah, everyone. Took one day. The next day after I had fired them, the next day what happened is I just told God, you've told me that our products are anointed. Today as I walk, wherever I'm going to walk today, may you be able to show me the next location for Kabudas. So I remember, took a mat, nikashukia Kenyatta Hospital, took Ngong Road, just walking too. So you are not sure where you are going, just walking. Wenye nilifika hapo area Prestige, nikasikia tu nimeshindwa kusonga. I'm just stuck there. Something was like, this is it. So I asked around, is there space here? I hear there's a vacancy. So what do you do? The next day, I got like two other people. So I was like, we need to change this model. So don't ever fear changing business models. Right now with this changing landscapes, with everything that is happening, the only thing that is constant is change. So I was like, because customers had been used to us delivering to them for free. And I was like, no, we'll just cook. You come for it and we do online. So I only got like kitchen people. So now that was the pivot moment. So did that 1 month, sat on the notice there, asked those guys around the area of Prestige, wakaniambia kuna vacant space. Kaomba Mungu, we went, paid the deposit, and then tukahama and we go to the new location. That was the second location. So you are asking me about this other location.
Yes.
So when I say actually God has been the orchestrator of everything in Kabudas Kitchen, is when we were living Koja, a lady told me, and I never understood what she meant. Right now is when I can know. So many years later, that's like 2 years later is when I know. She told me, Kabuda umehama hapa, you are going to a Rehoboth. So what is a Rehoboth? A Rehoboth in the Bible, Isaac dug 3 wells. The first one, the second one. First one he was alifukuzwa. Ya pili akafukuzwa. Ya tatu was the last one which he was like, God alimbless. So when we were at the area for Prestige, and then we were like, you started. I can actually say Kabudas has been born 3 times. Koja, Prestige, and Rose Avenue. Because all of these were new places. And you started from, we have had to scratch fresh. 0 customers. So when we were at the Prestige area, we got an influencer who came and she did a video. She was called Wanjiko. Wanjiko, big ups man.
I think we saw her video.
A video for
yes.
Wanjiko did a lot of rounds.
Yes.
So Wanjiko, thanks so much. God bless you wherever you are. So when Wanjiko did that video, it went viral, right? So now we had done almost close to maybe around 8 months around that place or thereabout. So when now customers now started coming in, hey, Kabudas. Guess what? The landlord comes with a what?
Notice. Why?
Like 2 months. We have to vacate the property. The owner is going back to the owner. Owner wants back because it was an agent who was leasing.
Okay.
So we are told now you have to look for a new place. I was like, God, you can imagine we've now started working and we are seeing the fruits. Now, where are you taking us? How would we start this thing again? So I was like, wow, I am not sure how we are going to start this thing again. And I remember that day. So I was like, let's just take it one day at a time. In business, one thing is just take it one day at a time. Sometimes there are things you can't handle. So the notice ikakuja nini. Nikaambia watu, give us a little bit more time. We look for a different place. So I'm like, the prices in Kilimani are so high. How are we going to start? We've not been used to these prices. So that day I remember my mom came. She was around. She came and she saw me so low. I was too low, in fact. And she told me, you know what we are going to do? let's go and look for a house, because I think she noticed, the mom instinct in you.
Yeah.
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 You know that this one, it's just the house that is bothering him. So we did rounds. And then we went and reached the current location that we are in. And you see the same piece I got when I was looking for the
In
prestige,
Prestige.
one. It's the same piece and feeling I got of the Holy Spirit, like, this is it, Kabuda. Wait, then I asked the rent, I'm like, it's double. It's double. How are we going to start when we don't have even the money to pay? It's like it's double, it's due deposit, it's due all the like, Jesus. You want us to check like close to 100K. Where are we going to get the money? We don't have it.
Oh.
So the next day, I just told the guys, can we negotiate? They said, no, we are not going to negotiate. So after like 3 days, I was like, maybe it's a different location, but your area too. So I'm going looking for another place in that area. But then I'm telling God, as in, is it this one? So when I was up near Prestige, no, near Coptic Hospital, as I'm walking, I just see a lady, and then the lady is wearing a t-shirt. And then the t-shirt is written at the front, God's got your back. So I pass her. I was just like, okay, no problem. And then I don't know what actually came through my mind. I decided to look back. So when I looked back, at the back of the t-shirt was written, and it's got your back too. So when I saw that, do you know what I did? I just went to that guy, the landlord, and I told him, nimekuja kulipa pesa. I just needed that clarification. And truth to God and truth to him, this location, we've gotten way more traction than any other location in Kabudas, in the history of Kabudas Kitchen. Like right now, I was looking at even our organic content on TikTok, because I do those weekly stats. We've reached 7 million people, organic views. This location, because organic, we've started being more active in the last almost 5 months. Because that location, we are doing only 10 months. We're not even a year in that location. It's only 10 months old. So God has been so grateful to us. So that's how we found ourselves here. So we've not really gone and looked for places. It's not been by happenstance, but God is the one who has really pushed. Because sometimes anaonanga huyu Kabuda ako na za ovyo. Wacha nikusukume. So nasukumwa na mimi tunaenda.
So
Yeah.
with 7 million people reached,
Yeah.
how does that bring us to the other product? Hii sasa imevujika kakangu, sasa hii tuta-advertise aje?
Well,
but yes, how does that bring us to the chapati spinner?
talking
that you
about
are-
kuvunjika, let's talk about the 5 years one as well. If
so
we're talking
yeah,
about kuvunjika,
tell us about this now. And
the
how
original.
does that have any effect on the products that you're selling outside of the smocha and the rolexes, like your spinner and your sauces, or does it mostly bring results with the food?
For us, I usually say we all the products that we've come up with are problems we've had as Kabudas Kitchen, solve them for ourselves, and then customers come and then they are like, where can I get this product from? You can't get it anywhere unless it's from Kabudas Kitchen. So, and even for us to start selling some of these products, it took us years. Because maybe as you go to the story for the spinner, when you look at that spinner, this spinner, see it's broken. This is spinner that has served us. And even I think this is like, we've done like, this is the third, but this is the oldest of the oldest spinner that we have. So this is the spinner we started it 5 years ago. And how did we make the spinner? Spinner is a funny story also, again. So for the spinner, that time I was having a lot of challenge with the human resource. So employees were coming, going. So I find myself in the kitchen that day, and I have to make like the whole day's chapatis, close to like 200 chapatis plus. So we usually use papers for flour.
Yeah.
You fold it in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you roll like that. So I'm there. I've done my first one. I've done my third one. I am like, hizi vitu zinanichoma mkono. So I'm like, is there no other better way of doing this thing? So I'm like, how can we make this and this thing, like, is there no other better way of just doing this? Should it be so painful and so like I should not be doing this thing, and I'm facing all these challenges. So what do? I take the paper, I go to my carpenter. I tell him, he's called Oti. Big up Oti. Mtu wa nguvu sana huyo. Spinach tumeuza ni yeye, so big up to Oti. Yeah, so I go to him. I tell him, now, you see this paper? I fold it exactly how it should look like. Because you see people say, why is this thing not round? And they've never known the genesis of this thing.
Yeah.
And why it's not even round. We did not know there is a round version. Because up to now, no one has made that thing.
Yeah.
We are the first people, and anyone who has made it has seen it from us, and then they've gone and now made a round version of it. So once I folded it, I told him, can we make something like this that is wooden? And then he made the first version. So I was like, at least this will help our guys. So we started with a spinner like that.
So the question is, Bwana Chef, where can these items be found on the internet for purchase, or do they have to come straight to your location at Rose Avenue?
No, for purchase of the products, sauces, the spinner. Spinner you can see.
The latest edition.
This is the latest version of the spinner, as you can see.
Ooh.
Yes, it has a manual also.
Manual. Sikia about inakuwa na manual wewe.
This is branded actually. This is the branded version. Kowi. That is Kowi for you. So
is that a QR code?
Yeah, that's a QR code for our website.
Hey.
So you can get these things from our website. That is kabudaskitchen.com. We're also on Uber Eats, Glovo, Bolt Food. You can get all our products, sauces, spinner, everything. You can get it.
So Uber Eats Glovo?
Uber Eats, Glovo, Bolt Food. And our website, kabudaskitchen.com. And also you can WhatsApp us on 0706 07 33 31. Yeah, true.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So before we let you go, we just have a few fun things we like to do when we have guests. We don't have guests often, but when we do, we like to have them answer a few questions for us.
Yeah.
Hata
si mingi. All right. So we'll start with what's your favorite way to eat maize?
To eat maize?
Yeah.
Okay, me I'm those people who likes to eat like to roast tuili.
Boiled choma.
Choma
ni nyabamba. Na pilipili ama
pilipili lazima. Constant. Na pilipili na ndimu. Constant.
Okay, it's constant. If you could only drink one soft drink, what would it be?
Soft drink?
Yeah.
Water?
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 You're not a sweet tooth? Hakuna kasoda?
I'm a sweet tooth person. But I love water. I don't know. I love water.
What meal can you eat in a week repeatedly?
Repeatedly?
Yeah.
For me, it's just chapo, man. Chapo is in my blood. I was even saying that if you look at my blood group, I'm C positive.
Wow. Wow.
Chapo positive. Chapo always.
Okay. One has to go. Banana, avocado, mango.
Has to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mango.
Okay. Pause. Break the fourth wall. As a comeback.
Sorry, I know we're supposed to be wrapping up, but an issue has arisen.
Yes.
Through the recording.
Yes.
Kushoa ni mkamba?
Mimi mkamba but nakula avocado mingi. Avocado, mimi ama mkamba wa avocado. I eat avocado literally and I eat a lot of bananas.
Hey.
Mango ni seasonal. Mango sitakata, yes, ni za wakamba, but ni season.
Avocados na banana.
Okay, so kwa sababu
avocado na banana.
So the reason is availability.
Availability is key to me.
Okay. Then there is a reason behind. Hey, my lord.
Availability.
Tulikuwa tuzime hiki tu by the.
Zime hiyo kitu.
Are there any more?
Yes. How do you like your meat?
Meat?
Yes, cooked. Okay, yes.
Finish the question. Fucking weirdo. So, what is your preference in how your meat is prepared in terms of rare, medium, well? How do you
How
like?
do yes? How do you
I'm a
like
well
your meat?
person. I don't do anything apart from well.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. Smocha or Rolex?
Well, tough one. Tough one.
Tough
Tough one.
one.
Tough one. Tough one.
Si kwa products zako, like
Eh,
just your
just
preference.
just
My
preference.
preference. Rolex. I'm a Rolex person. Me. I just love eggs. Yeah,
Just-
Rolex.
All right. What's the weirdest ingredient you've ever used in your products?
Weirdest.
Yeah.
Or the weirdest I've ever worked
Combo.
with.
Oh yeah, the weirdest combo you've worked
Combo I've
with.
ever done with for my products. This one is not out. So I've ever done the Rolex, chapo mayai, and with canned sardines and mayonnaise.
Was this just was this a request?
Somebody
It's
requested.
me who just
Hey!
felt like
Hey!
yeah, so chapo mayai and canned sardines
Yo.
with mayo. Strictly mayo has to be there.
So sardines and tomato sauce or oil?
Oil.
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
Sardines in tomato.
What we'd like to do, I think we should try it on one of our episodes, right? Another one. We should try it. We should go try it.
If we do a
Special
live
request.
if we do a live at our location one day, we should come and
We
try
shall
that
try
one there.
it.
We do a weird combo there for the Rolex.
The last one.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite sauce? Is it the chili or the ketchup? Chili or the ketchup?
I'm a chili person, man.
Right, chili.
I love our chili, man.
It's
Goes
really
without
good.
saying. Yeah,
It's
I love
really,
the
really
chili, man.
good. And I think that's it for my quick fire questions. Thank you
thank you so
so much for. I know you're very busy. You called, you have deliveries, and so much to do. But thank you for your time.
Thank you
We
so much.
appreciate it. Yes, thank you for bringing him in. Asante sana.
We've
Yeah.
explored the idea of probably visiting the location and
Yes.
doing some fun shit and fucking around there. So that will be coming around once in the future.
In the
Yeah.
future, yeah.
Yet to see mengi other than kusema
Thank
asante kwa
you.
kutuachia kofia.
Yes.
Na
Na chakula, na
chakula.
sauce.
Yeah, we're really grateful.
Thank you.
Of course, mi nakupenda vizi.
Sana.
And we shall catch you guys on the
On
next
the
one.
next episode.
Yeah, remember we're always eating.
Yes.
Thank you.
Subscribe and share.